Obviously, you can tell that it's a new age gecko. Right guys, welcome back to part 2 of the new Caravan, new to us Caravan series that we're filming. So this one, like I said in the last video, we're just going to run around the exterior, show you exactly what we've bought, go over what it is, how much it cost us, and what you can sort of get for your money's worth for how much we spent. So the easiest thing I reckon is just jumping up the front. We'll go all the way around the van, and while we're going, I'll just, you know, explain a couple of things, describe a few things around it. So come on. Look at the hitch, nothing fancy. We've just got the standard 40mm ball hitch, nothing upgraded, nothing changed. That was all bog stock. Nothing really changed up the front. Normal brake, normal breakaway controller, all that sort of stuff. One thing that I have changed though is I've split the 12-pin plug down to a 7-pin plug, and then I've just run 2 Anderson plugs, one for the fridge and one for the charging of the batteries. So eventually I'll have a second Anderson plug up here that I can plug into so I can charge the battery and run the fridge at the same time. But I've just split them off so that we actually are getting the right amount of power through the Caravan to run the fridge, charge the batteries, and power all the stuff, all the lights and that sort of stuff. So that's the one thing I've changed up there. So I'm pretty sure this is the only way that the new age geckos work, but 2 4-kilo gas bottles, they're not 9s. Personally, I reckon the 4 kilos are good. You don't really need any 9-kilo bottles or anything like that. I think 9 kilos are they're probably just too much weight on the front end, and this thing's pretty heavy on the front already, but that's pretty standard. Moving up the front, so we've got the tunnel boot that goes the whole way through the van. Yeah, so it's not the same size as some of the other tunnel boots you see. It's not quite tall enough to fit a Weber in there. You could probably fit it in there if you took the lid off, or I haven't tried it yet, but I reckon a Ziggy would probably fit if it was fully open. But other than that, just a normal tunnel boot, nothing too fancy. Moving back, so I'll start with the awning. So we've got the full rollout awning. I think it's, what are we? We're a 19-foot van, so that's probably about 17 foot long. Haven't had any dramas with that actually. I was pretty confused actually before we actually used it, but it's really easy to use. Just pull straight out, support it however you want. Windows, you would have seen in the last video, we've got a quad bunk. So we've got 2 bunks on this side, 2 on the other side. I'm pretty sure these are almost carbon copies. They're just a mirror image of the other side. Is that right, Bo? Yeah. So yeah, anyway, exactly the same on both sides. All the normal stuff up the front. So outlet, 240-volt outlet out here if you want to run your TV and stuff. Antenna outlet, 12-volt outlet. Speakers, so obviously this model came with the sound system that you would have seen in the last video. I know heaps of people are optioning the sound systems out of Caravans, but they're usually included. So I mean, I don't know why people would option them out, but you know, that thing works really good. Sounds unreal. Drop down table. So this one's actually not the standard one that came with the Gecko. This got changed out, I was told when we bought it, but yeah, works really well. Awesome size. And obviously your normal step up, your light, that sort of stuff. Your grab handle with your blue light under there, you probably can't see it, and your main light. I didn't even realize this, but that little button actually glows in the dark. I didn't know that. Because I think it's if you forget to turn the light on, you walk home pissed, you can actually find it again and just turn the light on. It's a pretty good idea. Step for the van. So it's obviously, we've just got the normal fold out one. These things did come with the mechanized ones, the auto drop down, or the button to drop them down. And honestly, I'm glad it doesn't have that, because that would just be one more thing that can go wrong. And yeah, I'm not about complicating things. I just want things to be easy. I love the look of the New Age wheels. Like New Age have got their own brand of wheels. I think from the top of my head, they're a 15-inch alloy, and they just look awesome. They look mean. They're branded with the whole New Age Caravan
Maybe if they were
logo.
Black, they'd look meaner.
Yeah, if they were black, that'd be awesome. I'd love that. Standard brakes and everything in there as well. They're just the normal standard drums. Nothing fancy. We come around the back. This is a bit of a like Sparky, I'm not going to say Sparky porn, but I'm just happy. Being a Sparky, I'm very happy that all the tail lights are LEDs. There's no incandescence in the van at all, which I'm stoked about, because I hate incandescence, hate having to carry globes everywhere you go. So LEDs are just fantastic and a great idea. Obviously, you can tell that it's a New Age Gecko. All the same, all the normal stuff at the back. So standard rear bar, number plate holder, all that sort of stuff. The bag this is the one we've been running for ages. It's full of shit at the moment, obviously, but this is just the dirty gear bag from Sanhema. And I've been testing this thing for probably the better part of the last 2 years, and this thing cops an absolute pizzling. So jump over here and have a look. This is the When this thing first came, it was jet black. It was absolutely black. And it's been in the sun for the better part of, I reckon, 2 years. It's faded, but it's not, hasn't lost any of its strength. So no, it hasn't actually been damaged. So I'm very happy with how that thing's turned out. And how it's held up.
Except for these.
Yeah, the straps are pretty shit.
Oh, it's disintegrating in my hand.
Yep. So that's what I would expect for the top to do, because the top's been exposed to the most sun out of all of it. But you guys can see, like, that's not going anywhere. That's really bloody strong. Stoked with how that's held up. All right. So the off side of the van, you've got your main window there. This is leading into your bathroom, your toilet, and all these windows, just a bit of a side note, but all these windows are 3 parts. So you've got your fly screen, your block out, and then you can have them completely open if you want to as well.
We do need to replace some, so if anyone has any recommendations, please let us know.
Yeah, 100%. If anyone knows where you can get replacements for the fly mesh, like the rollers, yeah, let us know where you can get them, because I think we've got 2 that are stuffed. Next thing I'll go over, so you've got the antenna up there that I can just reach. I'm pretty sure that's just for the stereo system. I can't confirm. If someone does know that that's the stereo, let me know. So this window here is actually going into your kitchen, which is why you've got all your vents here. This is your vent for your range hood, which is really, actually, it works really well, that range hood. I'm surprised at how good it works.
We've been using it as a nightlight.
Yeah, and it's got a couple of purposes for us, but yeah, it works really, really well. So that's great. So the vent up here is actually for your electrical system, just so your C-Tech or your BM Pro unit doesn't get too hot. And then up the front, oh well, not up the front yet, but further up the front, you've got your vent for your hot water system. This is just the standard, I think it's called a Suburban. It was one of just the base model ones. So hot tip though, and pun intended, this gets scalding hot if you're running on gas. Absolutely mental. I actually saw a post on the Talk Facebook page, so Travelling Australia with Kids, where a young fella's actually walked past it and he's brushed his face up against it and he got scalded that bad that the lettering there actually came out on his face. So yeah, hot tip if you've got kids, keep them away from that, especially if you're off grid and you're running on gas. Righto, so down the bottom, water inlet. So this is just if you're running on mains pressure, if you're in a caravan park or anything like that, then it's just got a standard fitting on it, so not too difficult. Like we said, over the other side, the windows are a carbon copy of the other side. I actually think on the other side, the top window's smaller.
It does look smaller.
Yeah, this is a lot bigger. Not sure why, but you know, is what it is. Antenna input, so standard, so same on the other side. This is your output, this is your input. And then up the front, this is where your 240 plugs in. So this is your 240 input, 15 amp lead, and your circuit breaker is all exterior, which is a little bit different to most vans out there. Most vans just have the input, and they're usually right in the middle of the van. They're not actually up here at the front. It kind of makes parking a little bit harder, I've noticed, because you're stretching your cable a lot further back. If you're at a caravan park, you're running your cable further back. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the outside. I'll quickly just open up so you guys can see the bed from the outside. This is how these drop down, fold out beds, I'm pretty sure they all sort of look like this. They've all got the same kind of design, but yeah, really good. So you've just got your one latch on the side here. Everything's held up by gas struts, which they are, you know, tough as, and then your bed just drops straight down. And you would have remembered when I did the run through of the Jayco, they had the arms that had to hold the ends up, where these things are actually held on by stainless steel wire ropes. You like the bed just as much as I do.
It's super easy, because you don't have to, you just got to pull the poles up and Velcro them down. My only thing is I would really like to upgrade the mattress, because I've got a bad back. What about that?
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed, is like your hips, because you're like, we're side sleepers, mainly. Being side sleepers, you do hit the bottom of the bed.
We do have a memory foam topper that we keep in there, which really worked, but if you're camping for say longer than a week, it does get a bit painful. But we just keep our anti-flappy thingies in here. These are aftermarket anti-flappy thingies. And
they do good, they do pretty well, eh? Like we used them at Nora Head as well, when they had that big storm.
Yeah, and it does come with a weather shield that we keep under one of the kids' beds.
Oh, the big storm thing. Yeah, actually that's something to note. Like the sail tracks all the way around the outside. You can you just slip the the storm cover on there, and yeah, I'm not sure what sort of canvas it is, but it's bloody thick. So yeah.
And what's good about this as well, you can actually undo the fly screens. They're only held on by Velcro, so if you did want to reach out, roll down your weather shield, you can, or you roll it up, you can. And in emergency purposes, you can jump out the fly screen.
Easy days for her. But
Good
nothing.
job working out.
Working out, she reckons. All right, so in terms of like the breakdown of the van though, so it's a 2018 New Age Gecko, 19 foot bunk. So I think the brand was like a GE19BE, I think it was. And it cost us, do you want to say it?
45,000.
And it is second hand, obviously. It's 2018 model. So
Lived in. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
we reckon that the people who probably owned it before us obviously had at least 3 kids like ourselves, and it has been set up to be lived in, to be travelled in. To put it in perspective, 5 years ago,
About
we
that,
had the 2
yeah,
kids.
about that.
Round about this time, we'll insert some cute photos of the girls. We were camping with family, we had the Prado, we were towing a little
homemade camper trailer.
But off we were, camping our little huts out, boating, fishing, all the U-Butte things, and then a storm come. Wiped out the awning on the seafood sauce trailer, wiped out because we had the dog with us, we had Thumper with us. Luckily we were camping with family, so we were able to just jump in someone's caravan for the rest of the weekend, which was good. We were all almost flying away, which basically set us off on, we need something better. That was 5 years ago. And the Gecko was probably the only caravan on the market at the time that could be towed with a Prado.
And we've been told by so many people, like our family especially, why'd you go and spend so much money on a caravan? It's because we're going to use it. Like, if this thing was just going to sit in the backyard and be a 40 grand paperweight,
Yeah, completely.
like, it's a totally different story.
Well, even a second-hand one of these, if you buy it on, if you're a part of the New Age Facebook pages, people are selling smaller double bunk for upwards of 60 grand.
Exactly, yeah. So
We've got the 4.
we reckon we got a bargain, hey?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. In terms of the numbers, so the big one that I know that everyone's going to ask me about is the weight. So it comes in at 2100 kilo tear and 2700 kilo ATM. So it's got a 700 kilo, just a shade over, 700 kilo payload, which is heaps. We put this thing over the weighbridge and I think we only had it up to like 2.5 ton, and that was after Christmas. Fully loaded, kids' toys, full tanks, everything. We wanted to share this because we think it's going to be perfect for a lot of other families in our situation, where we're not full-time travellers. We're not doing, laps of Australia for a living. We're just a normal working family that likes to get on the weekends. So that's why we wanted to share it. Last thing, the ute is back.
Oh, Caravan.
After 7 weeks.
It's been on for 7 weeks.
7 weeks it was gone.
Oh, shit.
Of the ute off the road. It had a lot of dramas, but it is back on the road. So this thing is going to get hitched up and probably get put to use in the next week or 2, I reckon. We're going to be off exploring with this thing. So make sure you follow along. There's going to be heaps more videos coming of this caravan and swag trips and that sort of stuff as well. If you guys have got anything else, or if you want to see any more of the caravan, because we've definitely not gone over everything.
No.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Hit us up, message us on Facebook, Instagram, leave it in the comments on YouTube. Otherwise, we will see you guys in the next one. See you then.
Toodaloo.